the last survivors of that battle.
You mean this
So you
voice
see the tavern
changer?
up ahead. You can see there are some knolls and it is also pouring with rain out here. So what would you guys like to do?
Suppose we should get into the tavern.
David.
And they leave. Maybe that other guy was there. Wait.
So,
Perfect.
okay. So out of character, so Mikhail mentioned the suggestion to basically lay low or something like that.
That would be what I said. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I suggest
Yeah.
we
Right
go into
now.
the tavern and talk with
Yeah.
Kara and the other guy, and then try and formulate a plan from here.
Yeah. Right now, Trimer's just in shock. He'll follow what you do. He's just right now have the ideas to think. So he just nods and agrees.
I think the game is paused, so I can't move.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kara will just point up to the tavern and go, he should be waiting for us. It's just there. But as you guys reach the corner of the road there, you are going to see three figures making their way down the road. And in the storm, it seems they are not. The sunlight doesn't seem to be bothering, but they are definitely vampires. As you can see, they seem to be walking up the road coming from where the meteor impact was and making their way towards the just past the market. You're not sure if they're going to the tavern, but they're just headed straight down the road, and it looks like you're probably going to run into them.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Alright, well. Can Mikkel do a history check here to see? It's very odd seeing vampires out in the daylight.
Yeah, I mean you can tell there's not much sunlight. I mean, you are under full cloud cover.
Yeah, and the rain.
Can you guys see the rain effect?
Yes.
Yeah, so it is a full-on thunderstorm here right now, and it seems like you can immediately tell that that's what's helping them.
Okay.
But they're probably not they're not setting a light, but they probably can't see as well as normal. But if you want to make a history or a nature check to try and figure out if maybe, because you've hung out with Commander a lot, she doesn't seem to be bothered by the sunlight at all. So you can give me one of those checks to assess them.
That would be a 17 for history.
Yeah, you can tell that the two walking alongside the tabaxi are definitely weaker. I think you may have even fought some of them before, and the cloud cover is the only thing protecting them, but you can see them squinting their eyes. So you may have a chance. You may have a chance to kind of take advantage of their blindness, but yeah, a break in the clouds would be very bad for them.
He was gonna put his hood take the tip of it, pull it a little bit lower. Looks like he's trying to hide his face. Lean into Kara, what's the protocol? If we meet other, I guess, soldiers, do we salute them? What do we do here?
So avoid eye contact with those ones. They aren't friends to anyone.
Hearing that, Mikkel's gonna stare down into the ground and not gonna do anything until they've passed.
Okay, you're gonna wait for them to pass. Then, yeah, you can give me a stealth check here, and try me. You said you just kind of trying to sort of copy me kill whatever he's doing.
Yeah, just screen what it goes like because right now, the state he's in, he can't come up with like independent ideas on his own.
So you can either make a stealth or a deception check actually, to
Okay.
keep yourself.
I need this. Okay, 18.
I'm gonna use a. Like I use a quick bonus action to convert a spell slot into sorcery points, and then make my.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna convert. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Now I'll make my deception. Ooh, good 21.
Oh boy.
I
Mikhail.
mean, like Mikhail got 18. Does like meet from Mikhail? Does he
I
like
would
he
assume so.
engaged? So yeah, from what I've in other games I heard, like the aggressor of the person engaging will succeeds. Kind of like how AC is.
Oh, that would
Yeah, it
probably
depends if someone's searching or how you're sort of actively hiding and that kind of thing. Otherwise, it would be against their passive perception, which would have beaten his passive perception. But it's kind of as he's walking past, he will like look you guys up and down as though seemingly suspicious, but Mikhail, as you see him kind of looking you up and down, um, you're trying to avoid his gaze, but you you feel him slow down as they are walking. They seem to be turning down the road that you're standing. What is it that you do to try and throw him off or not draw attention?
Uh, I think Mikkel's just quickly gonna stand to the side, like keep looking down, like just to get out of their way.
And looks at the three of you, just says, "There's trouble at the fort, soldiers. Stop standing around in the rain and make yourselves useful." And he just kind of hisses this at you as Kara nods emphatically and just says, "Yes, sir."
Yes, sir.
But yeah, as you say that, he just carries on down the road and will continue on towards the 18 just enough. And Trymere, he doesn't even pay any attention to.
Yep. Good.
That was a close
All right.
one. Oh, let's keep heading towards the tavern. This...
As you reach the tavern doors, one of the windows there is going to smash as you hear that there is a brawl going on inside the tavern, as is pretty normal for this place. As Kara just says, "Well, this tavern can get a little rowdier than the others. No one really, the guards don't really care much about what goes on in this place, so watch yourselves. But that's going to work in our favor tonight." So
There.
Noted.
he swings open one of the doors. As yeah, you just see a vast come flying into the wall next to you guys. If you want to get in there, Eric is on the other side, but you are going to need to enter this combat essentially. unless you want to sneak through it.
Uh,
Oh man, oh man, should I?
I suppose it would be best if we tried sneaking through it. Like we've already taken damage from the
Mm.
extremity has, so
Uh,
if we can
oh wait,
avoid,
yeah, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna cast invisibility on us. These I still got third level spell slots left, so
right?
uh,
Let's
so
see.
before we go,
Alright.
right? Yep, and all right.
Yeah, so you see Kara kind of points through all of these just random people from the Shadow Claw that are just uh, drunkenly fighting with each other. She points through the crowd to the bar and just says, there he is. I think he's waiting for us." And she turns and you both disappeared. She goes,
Like it's like we're invisible. A little follow, just extra chances for us.
"Oh, well, all right, I'll meet you there." And she picks up her shield and is going to try and make her way through the battle, but you guys will easily be able to sneak through here, um, ducking some
Okay.
drinking horns flying past your heads and things. But
I wonder is are there some chillingly lounging around or something like that while they're just avoiding, just trying to eat or drink.
oh yeah, there's people on the tables as you can see them there. Um, there are two Leonin at the one table, a Stormcrow and a hunter that looks much weaker than Leonin, and
Mm.
sitting at one of the tables that looks like there's they look kind of like a mafia boss just like sitting there. Um, but it is one of these bald elven shadow dancers. You can tell
Yeah.
that
Okay.
that's probably the one person that is really keeping an eye on what's going on in this tavern. But as Kara said, it's pretty lawless in here. So you guys can make a stealth check to avoid uh, anyone bumping into you or just like dodging these people, but advantage
Ah,
from
yeah.
invisible.
I want to try to do something else instead of self check, where in a way I can imagine while Trimer, while invisible, while is sneaking through this bar fight. Uh, basically, I want to try to make a deception check to try to make as he's walking through, maybe make to Leonin or one of these two here. Like in a way, kind of like make it seem like the other spilled the drink on them, trying to cause them to fight each other. Like, hey, you spilled the drink on me, I can get you.
Yeah, absolutely. Mate. You can make that deception with advantage from the invisibility.
All right, deception check, advantage. Oof, 14. Uh, I wonder. No, what? Yeah, I'm gonna use magic. So since it's advantage, if it's high, I'll take it. Deception. Oh, dang it, not so good, but 14 overall.
Yeah, you must use the new roll, but that's the
Yeah. So
Yeah,
minus
but
11.
since it's like advantage, it's like the highest.
no.
Like,
That's
I
not
don't
how.
Oh, really?
think that how that works.
Oh,
Like
what really? Oh, damn.
like advantage
Yeah,
is just the highest roll. And you re-roll it.
specifically says you must use the new roll. Um,
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah, I thought because since I already had advantage, that would be the
I
highest
will
rank.
say
Okay,
that
I'll go with you.
uh, I will say that an 11 is actually enough versus their passives against the bar brawl.
Okay. Right, Mikhail, it's yours.
So yeah, that absolutely works. You tap a guy on the shoulder, he swings around and punches someone else. Someone gets a drink spilled on them, and the bar brawl moves to the other side of the room for a moment as the, kind of shift their your path to him.
Yeah, Mikkel's not gonna do anything so fancy pantsy. He's gonna put the shield on his back and then he's just gonna shimmy sham, like through the horde, essentially. Trying to shield one side and then just make his way through.
Yeah, then you can make that stealth check.
Okay.
10. That's not very good.
Never.
But,
That is just means
oh,
it means
wonderful.
their passive perception. So yeah, you may bump into a few folk along the way, but with Trimer's distractions as well, they don't notice you as part of the crowd. There's plenty of other things to swing.
All right, wonderful.
Okay, they get us for advantage.
Actually, one of the things is Kara. She takes a hit along the way, but
Uh,
yeah, eventually, as Kara is kind of wipes away some blood from the corner of her mouth, she spills out onto the bar and orders a drink um, from the bartender here. As yeah, the two of you have arrived just before that. What you want to do is you notice Eric, uh, who has been sitting and waiting, but keeps kind of looking at the door expectantly.
Mikkel's just gonna pop up like in the chair beside him, just phase him to existence. Uh, Acting as if nothing happened, he's gonna ask the bartender, "Hey, can I get an ale?"
You can see there's that coming right up.
Cheers.
She'll do some of the local swill as you see. There's also a vicious looking cat um sitting on the bar that seems to be eyeing you out as you just magically appear. Seems to be the only one that noticed.
I don't have anything I could appease it with. Well, I'll just give it like a nod, like the type of nod you give to someone, like if you ask them, like, "Do you want to fight?"
Kind of scowls and then sits back and starts drinking from a mug of ale, just lapping it up, but keeps its eyes on you. Is Trymere revealing himself here?
Honestly, no. He's just like he's around. He's eavesdropping, but he's there.
Okay, well, there's only two of you left alive, so if you don't participate, there's not going to be much going on. But yeah, as you are kind of hidden here inside the tavern, yeah, Kara is going to kind of introduce you here to Eric. Oh no, you have met him before. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we like we kind of like met everyone beforehand.
yeah, she will fill him in on the basic details, but I imagine there's a moment of silence here as you you get your drinks, and he just leans in, asking, "I don't understand what happened in the. I had the prince with you and everything, and
Everything went wrong once the I don't know his name, but there was a tabaxi vampire, I think, a mage, studying in his quarters when he spotted he spotted one of our elven companions, and that led to us getting caught. As far as I know, your prince was caught off in a trying to defend from the outside. That's as far as I know what happened to him. Tremia and I were. I'm not sure where Tremia is right now, but we're the only ones who presumably made it out.
yeah, you see they are both looking kind of horrified, which you can both give me an insight check here as you realize obviously they've lost their friends, but
Oh,
their reactions.
big rolls. 23 and Mikhail 17.
Okay, yeah, with the 17, Mikkel, you reckon it's just the wolves of Alsvarta. Maybe they're not as proud to go to Valhalla. Um, but with the 23 Trymere, you can tell that they both they both seem like worried in a way that you've known many people over many, many, many years, and there's a look on their face like these people aren't going to Valhalla. They don't have that kind of relief.
Okay. I see. Okay.
Yeah. And with all of the creatures that you've seen walking around, you do start to wonder what may have become of your elven companion.
Mm. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Trimer's just distraught over he brought much of his veteran sisters to their end from his ambitions of greed. Yeah, he's just silently cursing the ring like, why?
Eric asks me, "Killed? Are you sure? Sure they were killed?"
I can't say for certain. I've I don't think anyone other than us two made it out alive. We were swarmed by gnolls and creatures I ain't even ever seen before. We managed to what's the word? We managed to I think defeat the mage, but then he turned into some cloud and just fucked off. So I'm not sure if he's still alive or what's happening with that.
Yes. Problem with vampires, Clara says, as you put them down once and then they wake up back in whatever hidey hole they've left their coffins in.
So that means
We
there's
don't know
some
where we know some of them nest at Vespera's hold, but I'm sure there are more in the dungeons of that bastion.
So you're saying it's only a matter of time before he'll be back, ready to impale our heads on a spear.
Not just that one. If you encountered a mage, there are so many of them. I don't know where they all come from or how they even get around. They seem to just appear out of nowhere, wherever they're needed. I thought that Vespera was headed to the Verdant Main, but Now that the alarm's been raised, she could be back here any second.
Well, that's great. That makes this significantly harder, especially if we want to get out of here, if in some semblance of one piece. Not that we haven't taken huge casualties already, but if you want to get the twins out as well, this is a monumental task.
News of this attack will spread fast.
And I can
Yeah, they both also just kind of seem at a loss here, thinking of their fallen friends as well.
Well, I sure hope they're dining with the Valkyries tonight. I'm gonna. I think if I make it back alive from here, I should pick up masonry, make a statue in their honor.
Eric says, I'm not sure Valkyries are allowed inside that bastion. That hope they died where they could see the sky. We're dark enough for those vampires to tread. I don't think the gods want to touch. Not around here, anyway.
By Odin.
As they uh, as they sit here and like begin to ponder potentially like, maybe setting up a rescue mission or starting a rebellion or something. Sorry, try me. Was this?
Oh yeah, like yeah, China would say just like kind of like with Search and Kill, we just have to gather whoever we can and get out of here.
I'll whisper back to this invisible Trymere. I'm not entirely sure that's possible. They've raised the alarms, which means there's going to be strengthened patrols everywhere. Like we're in the middle of alliance then, and as far as I see, there's no way out. They're going to be checking every person that comes in and out. In fact, we might not even be able to come out unless they attack the Verdant main tribe or something.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Driver didn't take that into consideration, and like just curses to himself again. But yeah. Okay. Continue, DM. What were you gonna say?
Well, you to that point, you can make a history or a sort of you could make it a perception check. This is a sort of retroactive perception, but to see if you noticed anything on your way here to the tavern.
Okay.
Because the alarm was sounded, but how many reinforcements they are easily able to call in is you may have been able to.
Oof. I saw nothing. I was staring intently at that ground.
19.
Yeah, so Mikil, your imagination is running wild with you didn't see anything, but if from what they just said, these things can appear out of nowhere. So who knows? They could have an entire army coming. I mean, you noticed though that there were only gnolls that you saw rushing to the bastion, which means a lot of the Leonin warriors are probably at the other tavern. Like that they were prepping for a feast, and it seems like they weren't the first to rush to the bastion. So currently, it doesn't seem like the Leonin are getting involved. Maybe that's
Okay.
because they feel they don't have to if there are vampires in there. But yeah, you didn't see any Leonin coming to back them up. So either the Leonin aren't coming, or your drugs had some sort of effect.
Yeah, like occupied them for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they can hear laughter, so maybe they're too distracted by the laughter to hear the alarm. Maybe, but yeah, with that in mind, Trimer would give that retroactive knowledge, like maybe head to the east, like that they might be occupied, like considering that like what he did earlier, that they're having a feast. It seems the poison meat done something. They take this opportunity as he can to get out, head east, where like I guess most of the Leonin are held up. Maybe they're distracted by the feast.
Yeah, very. Well, I'll relay that information further. Like what we did manage to do while we were inside the bastions, that we managed to sprinkle a little extra into the feast of the Leonians. That might be a great distraction that we could use. Although I feel we should use it fast.
Hmm. Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
Leonin will,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, what are you saying?
yeah, they will say that the Leonin will spend quite some time in the feast hall, but if it's enough to stop them from heading to the bastion, we can definitely make use. Eric will also actually say, sorry, my scroll is broken. Yeah, he says the Shadow Claw, the Leonin don't always get along with the vampires, you know, and the gnolls. I think with with the right ballot, I may be able to sow some insurrection in their ranks. Maybe a little ballad about the little wolf dying, awaken the pride soul.
That would definitely be useful.
Yeah.
Well, Trevor, isn't it
Sorry,
something? Yeah.
I missed your response there. Please say again.
I just said yeah. That could be a very good idea.
Yeah,
If we could,
Kara will then say, well, if the Leona are not distracted, then maybe we can sneak back in and rescue them. Any of them who are may have survived, may have been taken to the dungeons.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Trimer will he'll think for a moment, and yeah, Trimer will say to Mikhail, I agree with that notion. Like, what? Just get whoever we can and get out.
Eric says, that's a suicide mission. Going back in there with even fewer forces makes you think it'll go any better this time.
Hmm. Say, oh wait, Trimer will say, although invisible, he'll say, I have a sending scroll. Right now, I have a strong belief that Carmilla is alive somewhere. If if we're nearby, I can use a sending scroll so we can coordinate on how to get out.
I don't.
And send them a message. We should know if they're even alive before we make such crazy plans.
Right. But but I know but I know Carmilla is quick. And one thing for sure is that they wanted Carmilla alive for some reason. So I do definitely know that she is alive. The vampires want Carmilla for some reason. I don't know why, but they want her. So I do know that she is alive for certain.
That doesn't explain the others. If they're still alive, then sure, Camilla might be quick, but what about the others? If we want to get them, then
Yeah, well, I only got one sending scroll, so I got the chance to communicate with Carmilla, see what's up.
and what about your plan of escape?
Uh,
Do you have anything that can get us out of, well, jiffy?
not no, not much. Just I don't know. Just hope for the best. To be honest, just run.
Great.
Make sure they don't notice us.
Well, it would have been nice to have some sort of insurance, but I guess
Running out of options.
I guess this is what we're doing. Okay. Then I suppose we should wait for nighttime, or do you think it'll already be too late by then?
I think no. I think we need to go now. While they're occupied by not their feast, Leonин's feast, still going underway. So you need to move now.
Do you agree with him, Kara? Should we go now?
Like, do you? Sorry, go where exactly? I thought you were going to send a message.
Okay. All right then.
No, well, not, I just don't know what you mean. Do you want to go somewhere first and then
You
call
discussed two
them?
different plans, but didn't decide which one you're doing. And then
Okay,
asked
sorry.
her what she thinks on the plan.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
basically what we're thinking is going going back at least somewhat near the bastion, and then use the sending scroll to contact Carmilla, see what's up, coordinate an escape, and just basically get out with whoever's alive.
And
Yes,
then I
then
sorry.
you.
And then I asked Kara if she wanted if like sorry. Then I asked if you should wait until later or if we should go now. That was my question to Kara.
Okay, yeah, she'll say, "Oh well, if we're fighting against them, it will always be easier during the day, so we don't have much light left."
Yeah.
Well, then it's do or die. Alright. Nicholas
The
gonna
castle
slap
is
his
not
tail.
far away. Maybe you could send that message from here.
All right then. Yeah. Yeah. So Carmen will think for a moment for using the sending cell, like right now, as well as a short message of 25 words.
That's fine. You can. I'll say you can take some time to consider that because when you cast the spell, we will go to Camilla, so we will cut over to them now before she
All right.
receives the spell. As yeah, Camilla, we return to you here as you have made your way. We go a little bit back in time, as you made your way down the dungeon steps and into the darkness below, where you can see that is this sort of eerie red glow and a veil of darkness in front of you with paths leading off in either direction. You see no trace of the Bearfang twins. Everyone else, or the rest of your allies, are all upstairs that either died or disappeared. You've kind of made your escape into this place. As you get down here, there is immediately this uneasy feeling, like you've been here before, but you can't quite put your finger on it. So yeah, as you get down here, would like you to please make your first wisdom saving throw as you descend these stairs. But then you can tell me what you would like to do as you make your way down.
Oh no. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, okay. So yeah, what are you doing as you head your way in, and I'll tell you what happens with that wisdom save.
I'm just gonna basically just run there to just see, like, okay, but we go left. Runs down this corridor.
Yeah, you notice that the sort of wall where the red is, it it seems like there is a magical kind of wall of darkness. It looks like that is the border of a darkness spell. You can, as you're kind of moving past it, you realize that that wall is not solid.
Wait, the wall is not solid. Hmm. Yes. Let's see what's inside the wall.
Oh, shit.
That was my fault, exactly.
Yeah, you step in and there is immediately this strong smell of blood, and you see in the middle of the room that there is this massive altar, and you can give me an arcana check to try and an arcana or religion to try and identify what this place might be used for. But you can see there are some tattered scrolls, bones, and uh, blood all over this altar.
Little sacrifice.
Yeah, at this point the smell of blood is overwhelming, and as you look at this altar, yeah, it looks like some sort of sacrificial thing, but then this is when your vision starts to blur and you start having what feels like a flashback where you see this sort of table in front of you, and it's like you remember lying on it, but it's not you. It's like you remember being sacrificed on there, but it's not your memory. It just feels like it happened to you. And as you are having that feeling of being sacrificed on that table, you see a clear image of your mother, Victoria, standing in a sacred grove, making a deal with a shadowy figure holding a massive scythe that looks like it is made from the skeletons of a giant crow. The head of the scythe looks like the beak of this raven. And it is just a brief glimpse of that, like your mother talking to this figure with the scythe. Or you snap back into this room, and it's just that brief sort of flash of images, but there's something about this chamber that is truly evil. Once you're brought out of it, I forgot you've got a passive perception of 21, so you will hear some footsteps coming down the halls. It's hard to tell which direction they're coming from, but you can hear footsteps approaching.
Oh well. Down we go. See if there's a wall here. There's not. Yeah. Freaking statues.
Round the corner and see that these statues on full sets of what looks like Greek armor, like yeah, like Spartan helmets and golden breastplates with these long spears in their hands. It looks very Thagan as well. At this point, you hear a voice from behind you, Pamela, that says, "Finally, I've been looking for you, girl." As I need you to make another wisdom save.
Oh shit. Oh man, this is very bad with the sending message.
Okay, yeah, another failure. As you hear this voice coming from behind you, it sounds like it like almost feels like there's an earthquake. Like it just the whole world around you is shaking, and then you have another flash. This time, um, of you see Guck. Just this. I mean, yeah, you know what Guck looks like. But uh, you see and feel him defying the terms of the deal that you had just seen your mother making. And you kind of see him getting onto a bike and just looking back towards you over his shoulder before that that bike sort of starts and he drives off into the sunset. And you look down into your hands and you are holding a crown that is covered in blood. It looks like a very regal, like noble crown, but it looks like you just pulled it out of a pool of blood.
So tempted. Yes. Gotta place it the most safe place I know on my head.
Okay. You can make one more wisdom save with disadvantage this time.
But then I cash in my inspiration to make it normal.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh shit! Why?
That's
As you-
fine.
Inspiration to get in.
As you place this on your head, you like your physical body will suddenly lift off of the ground as this crown of blood appears uh, around your head, and you become charmed again. Thankfully, we never actually. Effect,
Oh damn.
but
Oh,
you are
it's a charm
pulled
effect.
backwards into the darkness as there is a creature standing on the other side with her hand raised, and you are like pulled through the air until you are just suspended mid-air over the middle of this altar. And you see below you Vespera Nightshade, this vampire that the vampire priestess that you had been warned about, as she holds you mid-air, and you see the grin as she says, "Finally, I have you. spawn is mine. You and I are going to do great things together, child. My, how you've grown. And you are fully under her influence right now. But
Yeah.
you can still
Now,
feel
that
everything
lets
that's going on.
know.
Yeah, it's that. How is Camilla reacting in this moment? Is you hear the voice of your vampiric master and feel the sense that you are home. Like this is where you've always meant to be.
The only thing that comes to mind is there must always be a Lich King.
Well, not dissimilar. You will be going feral, is the thing, I think. Yeah. Your vampiric effect of going feral is now like basically constantly in effect. But as you are trapped here in this moment, uh, Thalgrin,
Yes.
you are going to be. We're going to say you weren't killed in that last encounter, but you were captured and uh, basically knocked out. And where we join you now is as you are being dragged down. I'm trying to find the right. Stormcrow is good. Yeah, you are. There are two Stormcrows that have got you kind of by the arms that are just dragging you towards a prison cell at this point. Um, we're going to say that because last time you lost, we said that you were giving up, but you were going to stay there and fight to the death. We'll say that while this has been happening with Kamala, you have another 40 hit points. So you are still technically conscious.
I lose 40 points?
40.
Yeah, okay.
You should be like near death.
Yeah.
That's the main. But these two storm crows kind of dragging you along, and they will drag you into the circle as you see what is happening just in your kind of beaten and bloodied state as Vespera just points over to the side and she goes, "Good, take him to the cells, prepare him for the transformation. We have more business to attend to here first." As she seems completely obsessed with Kamala at this point. Are you doing anything there, Thalgrin?
No, I'm getting dragged.
I sent to
Kamala,
that's fair or Duggan.
sorry, say again.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, Carmel typed in Sim. I was like wondering who was that directed to.
Vesper probably.
Yes.
That she's upset. Yeah, she's something or another. As this is happening, as Thalgrin's getting pulled away, this is when Kamala, as she's being like the vampiric influence is coming in. Your sending spell is going to come in, um, but because of this influence, it may have some interference. What can you actually put sending in the chat for me as well? You may
Oh
have
yeah,
before.
oh yeah, I'll use. Oh wait, dang it. Wait, let me access.
I mean, I know the gist of it, but just to double check, um, what is the message that will be coming through to Kamala as she's in this rather unfortunate situation?
Right? I can use it. Right? There you go. So I send a short message of 25 words to a creature I'm familiar with. Creature hears a message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender and knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately, like in their mind. And then, yeah, it can send the message across any distance and even 200 planes distance. But if the target is on a different plane, it is a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. So does the message go through?
Yeah, the message will go through, but
Okay.
is you are going to definitely be getting some feedback here, as Kamala's response won't be as like I will say, Kamala, you'll be able to project an image back without it being sort of corrupted. But if when you speak back, just bear in mind that you are now a servant of Vespera, and you would not recognize Trimere as an ally necessarily.
Oh, okay.
But you can
Okay.
still respond. You've gone full vampire right now. So Trimere, what is the message that you're sending?
Yeah, I think China would basically be as simple saying, "Car, where are you? Uh, were you able to get away? Do you need assistance?" Oh yeah, I have a few more words. Anyone alive? Yep, that's a message.
Yeah.
The master is alive. You will soon become food for them.
I feel like
Oh,
with that
oh man.
also, you will
Oh
get
man.
a few sort of flashes of what Kamala is seeing, and just it is it's like this flood of blood red imagery as you see the face of Vespera, and then you see a faint glimpse of Thalgren being dragged, like leaving this trail of blood across the chamber, and yeah, you get a glimpse of this transformation chamber that she is caught in. But yeah, nothing good about that.
Oh damn. Nothing real. Yeah, there's nothing good about that. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Tyrell will like he'll be shocked, and appearing now since he's in action to do something. He used the scroll. And he would mention about what happened and say, "Oh gosh, we gotta get out of here now." Like mentioning about Carmel's. He's right. Carmel was captured, and yep, seems to be under someone's control. So you gotta go.
Well, that's an issue.
So yeah, because there's not that much like to physically interact with, we're gonna stick on this map. But if if you want to like that, try me and Mikhail. If you just want to jump back to what they're doing, uh, that's perfectly cool. Feel free to jump in. But I would like to know from Thalgren, as you have just been dragged away and tossed in a cell in a very dark and like damp kind of dungeon here. What are you doing as you've just been tossed in the cell?
I'll start with healing.
Okay, so you just basically starting a rest, or have you got some sort of healing?
I have some sort of healing. Hmm.
I'll say also they will take your
Weapon,
your
like
weapon,
equipment.
not your equipment.
Okay.
So yeah, just your main weapon. You'll see one of the storm crows was trying to carry your axe.
Okay. You know what? For now, I'll just rest a bit to heal. If I hear anything like coming my way, you have ways to quickly heal. Perhaps I can get a rest because I'm in no condition to fight her alone.
Yeah, I'll say by this point, because Camilla's undergoing this kind of ritual, the others have had a moment in the tavern, and uh, Thalgrin, yeah, there's nothing going to be immediately coming for you. They did say to prepare you for the transformation, but what that means, you're not too sure. But I'll
I'll
say
just
for a short rest at this point.
I'll just try to just rest and listen to see if I hear anyone coming. That's what I'll do
And
for now.
also make a perception check. Yeah, everyone that wants to take a short rest, you can get one. Oh, and a 19 on the perception. With that, yeah, you will hear that there is like a sniffling coming from across the hall, and it seems like it goes from it's like a dog sniffing at the door to the sound of a man crying. It's like it's sort of flipping between that. You're not sure. It just sounds like a prisoner at the opposite cell. And then you also hear two voices. One is a bit louder coming from the wall just on this side, and the other one coming from sort of across the hall, as you hear two voices going, "Are you all right in there, brother? Oh, still alive? They didn't shock you too bad, did they?" You can hear the Bearfang twins are in the cells next to you.
Yeah. Okay.
So you hear dog-like sounds from directly across the hall, and through the wall next to you, you're pretty sure one of the Bearfang twins is in.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't have any tools to lockpick. Breaking the door might be. Did they lock the door?
Yeah, it is locked,
Okay.
but it is. Yeah, actually, you can give me an investigation check to see how difficult it might be to break through this
Physically or lockpicking?
physically.
Let's see.
I assume. Yeah,
Yeah. No idea.
yeah, it definitely is metal. So it's like metal bars, but it's a metal gate. Is what I'm.
Mhm.
Sorry, my brain. It's just a plain metal gate that you could probably break the hinges or something, but it's without your weapons, it's going to be difficult.
It will be. So I will start, since I heard a dog whimpering. I'll start with casting Speak with Animals on myself. And why not? Can I try to use my claws to lockpick it? The door?
Sure, you'll definitely have disadvantage, but you can attempt.
I imagine it's a disadvantage sleight of hand.
Yeah, but
Will be. Yeah, horrible.
yeah, it just hurts. But you do get the impression it could be picked, and the metal is quite old. But yeah, unfortunately, there's not enough strength in one little claw.
Yeah, it's fair. Then I'll go the other route. I'll try to grab a hold of the gate and like slowly push it to disconnect it from the hinges without making small like at least amount of noise they can.
Okay, you can give me an athletics and a stealth check
Okay,
to see athletics to see if you can
athletics.
break it, and stealth to see if
No, I
you
can't.
Okay.
But did they
Still
notice
make
I'm
it.
trying to break out?
Yeah, you can still make.
Okay, they didn't
Oh
notice,
no.
but I didn't manage to
Okay,
break
good.
out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, seems like it's pretty sturdy. Uh, yeah, so you are definitely trapped inside here. It's not even represented on the actual document. But Kyla,
Yeah.
on the other side, uh, you are kind of taken by the influence of this vampire. But is there anything as you now sort of come back to like back to consciousness almost, but just recognizing that the vampire as your ally, um, as like your long lost master? Is there anything that you feel like Kamala might be doing in this? It's a tough one because you're charmed, but also you can just kind of continue playing your character. It's not like they have full control over you. Yeah, I'll say that essentially you can't attack Vespera, but at this point, as she has taken this influence over you, um, she gives you back your own sort of your own sense of control. But you can just tell that if you tried to attack her, that would be the worst possible idea. You'd rather stab yourself.
Well, back to seeking. Seeing what is further down. Mm-hmm. Oh no, 2 tons.
Okay, you get attacked by a swarm of bats as as you make your way down this tunnel. Um they are going to fly past you, but because you're under the influence here, you are not harmed, but they just sort of fly around you as you disturb them here, and you will see on the inside the glowing, glittering of gold and several crates. You're pretty sure you just found part of the feathered dragon's hoard that they are keeping down here.
Ooh. What's in the crates? That's it.
Make an investigation.
Really nice. And your,
Just
and your,
find
yep.
the item.
And your session challenge is collector. Find a unique item.
I
Bonus
already
if it's
found
used
a
in-
unique item. It's on my head.
Yeah, I don't know if that really it's kind of your own blood, but seriously, does this happen? If so, I make these big elaborate loot caches, and then I can never find them when you guys actually find. Oh, there it is. Okay. This isn't the whole horde, but with an 18, you do manage to find something. Okay, damn, sorry, I don't know how to split up. I, this is one of those things that I needed to prep, but
Can you screenshot them maybe and send them?
no, it's just because it half of it is in a different room, so
Oh,
but it's fine. I'll tell you what, we'll do it like this. And can everyone, can each of you please roll a d10?
Oh boy.
Oh, all of us? Okay.
I should say each and every one of us. That'll be 8 from me.
Six.
we got different numbers.
19. Yep. 25 in total, if we're counting
I don't
develop.
think that was a total. I think it's different
No.
items.
Onyx.
He's back.
He's back.
That's my old character. Like right now, that's like my default if my character token isn't selected.
Yeah, it's fine. Gorm is for me as well.
God. Oh boy. Okay.
Oh,
Gee.
well, Carmel is definitely getting that a session inspiration from the challenge as a
All the
collector.
things. There's some. You find a massive section of the this horde, but I will say in this chest, that'll be one other thing that you find. Like you find a bunch of cool stuff, which I'll get to in a second. But one of the things is definitely locked in a chest. So can you tell me how you would like to get through that lock to get the best of the loot that you're about to find? Let's go to have some lockpicking skills, shouldn't we?
I don't think a single person has lockpicking skills.
Trimir has lockpick. Like the tools,
Yeah.
but not the skill.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
and-
the skill
and
and,
Mikhail
the
too.
tools.
Oh yeah, I actually have the skill because of the skill tweet I took.
Well, never mind. Then
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you how I do it. I take out one of the 2 vials of dragon blood I still have with me, drinks it, and then just tries to rip open the chest.
Oh, so wait, is he gonna get a random effect from drinking the dragon blood?
I don't know what I will get, but
Okay. Yeah. You can roll that d20.
19. Yeah, show the list.
Yeah, that a 19 is mass fear. All creatures within 30 feet must make a wisdom save or be frightened
Damn
for
it!
a minute.
Damn it!
Which, to be honest, makes sense as Kamala is like she's sort of in full vampire mode, just sniffing this out. So you use this vampiric strength to try and open the chest. I'll say you can make, um, yeah, you can make it as still a sleight of hand, but yeah, it's just a sleight of hand.
Okay, regular. Roll.
Yeah, because she's not using thieves' tools. It would have been with a disadvantage, but this is giving you an advantage that'll cancel it out. So just straight sleight of hand, and we'll see.
Ah,
Okay, yeah, you were struggling to break through it with brute force. Is there anything else you want to try to maybe give yourself a bonus to that or something like
any items or
party inspiration?
You have your own inspiration, you just guys. Unless it's the next session.
you see something in your inventory that could help.
not in my inventory, but I have something. That's the only thing.
Okay, yeah, to make another roll. Okay, there you go, much better. But it's enough.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
that will be enough. As there is essentially a box that you can pick up, and
Box. What's in the box? Okay, that's
yeah,
a
we're
lot
gonna
of.
say this is also for the sake of time. This is most of the loot that you'll be able to find in here. There may be more in other rooms, but I'm putting most of the stuff in here just because it's like scattered around and I don't have full time to prepare every single chest. So yeah, you find and the
Oh.
thing that was in that chest, we'll see that there is a shield and a that is sitting on some fine black like silk cloth. But it looks like there's like a handkerchief, a shield, and a pauldron. Oh, and a clock. Yeah, interesting. But I don't know if anyone else can see that. Commonly, you may have to pick it up, and then the others can probably see it in your inventory.
Yeah. Right now I can't see it, but yeah.
It should pick it up as a whole container. So you'll have
Yeah,
container.
that's what I'm looking for. Like how I take the entire like container.
Just double click. That not does that open?
It opens it. Yes,
Let's see.
I can
Maybe
see it, but I cannot see the like a container. Oh well. Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I can put it just straight onto your character sheet.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes, that is working.
Okay, I see it.
So this is what you've come here for, is it? Vespera says. She follows you into the room. I never thought your kind to be so bold as to raid with so few.
Few numbers. Strong.
Now that you are with us, we will make them even stronger. Don't worry. We will keep them here as part of our new army. You will finally fulfill your purpose. With your blood, we will control them all. The bot died, just run out of out of drinks. Yeah, sorry guys, it's very difficult to run a split party, so
Yep.
please
It's okay.
when you guys want to jump in, if you've got something that you want your characters to do, please do. Otherwise, might be able.
Yeah, I mean,
I will ask you,
Oh.
would a short rest be enough time to like work on like a downtime thing? Just to get clarification on that.
Yeah, in terms of crafting stuff, I think those are usually in like 2-hour chunks. So, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, that's a short rest.
Sweet.
oh nice.
Oh, that is not quite. Yeah. Well, try me out. So, what's the plan now? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna try and attack the Bastion, get Camilla back? Sounds like she was, you know, under the
Right.
spells.
I mean, I'm tapped out of magic. Very. Honestly, we need to get out and regroup. To be honest.
But regroup with who? As far as we know, Carmilla is, you know, under the control of Vesperia. God forbid.
Yeah.
As far as we know, everyone other than us are dead.
Right.
We could go all the way back to Brodovik or try and go to the Verdant main. Try, but I don't think one, we have enough favor with the king to launch an assault, and two, they're not powerful enough. Going back to
Yeah.
Brodevik, I think would be the same as well, leaving everyone to die.
Right. Hmm. Yeah, but then again, I feel like we'll be doomed if we try to do anything now, or trying to retreat and regroup. They'll be doomed. Like, I don't know. It just feels like either way we're in a dilemma that, and no matter what choice we make, it's going to cause bad outcomes for us.
Well, we're gonna have to make a choice, unfortunately.
Right.
If we want to go like into the Bastion, we'll have to do it now. If we want to get out of here, we'll have to do it now. Like we can't really wait. Like it's either or. I'm sure Kara would agree.
Or I will say,
Right.
I mean, I agree. It's a damned if we do, damned if we don't kind of situation. But if your people can help us, we should send for reinforcements. And we don't have to go in person. Send a raven, something. We can start now. Who knows? Just counter-espionage, assassination attempts, message runners. We could form extra alliances. You must have some friends.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Anything
yeah.
we can.
With an
Right
intrigue.
now, I feel like we need to get out of here. Right? Like we don't. I'm very injured. I'm tapped out of magic, and we don't have a lot of forces with us. I suggest that with let's do with what we planned earlier, like try to get back to the verdant main tribe, and try to help somehow if they're facing any problems with the shadow claws.
I feel like helping them with any problems of the Shadow Claw is a bit redundant, considering that's why we're here, anyways.
Yeah, but
Can we like just out of character? Can we start intrigue like from the territory? Like you mentioned Raven, so if we could send a Raven, could we start intrigue from here?
Yeah, you could literally exactly that, start intrigue. Because remember, during intrigue, the things that you're just issuing orders, and it's assumed that you can keep adventuring during intrigue and
Okay.
still send orders via ravens and stuff like that. So that it would just be you signaling war essentially, and like telling Broudevik, okay, it's go time with Shadow Claws. But whatever you tell them, um, that would be the point that we're starting intrigue, and then you could start sending spies, and like you could even do potentially an operation as one of those weeks to like send troops to maybe come and help you on a rescue mission, like those kinds of things. So yeah, you could start intrigue from here, and that would mean involving Broudevik and all your
yeah,
allies.
Then I would
yeah,
vote for that honesty. Like
yeah.
as counterintuitive as it is, I think our safest position right now is in the town.
Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? Like I would actually agree with that notion. Like, yeah, that seems like a good plan to be honest.
Okay.
But also, I gotta make sure if Carmel's still under control, we gotta stay away from her eyes if we see her.
Carrie, you wouldn't happen to have a pen or some parchment or both?
Oh, right. Sorry, I have some runes. Eric just pushes all of his bardic equipment forward with
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
his
yeah,
song lyrics that he's just been writing down about the little wolf, and I guess here you go. Go ahead.
All right. Oh. So Mikkel's gonna write in big bold letters, "War with Shadow Claws. Send reinforcements."
Oh, I wonder. I try to remember to ask. Should we ask the? Oh yeah, the Frederiker's court. Oh wait, hold on. What was the tribe that we encountered a couple days ago? Was that court?
I think
Yeah.
no. Did we ever go to the court? I feel like we kind of. Or did we go to the court and skip the Verdant main tribe?
Yeah, you haven't been to the
Uh,
Verdant Main yet. It was the Philidrikar court that you visited.
Yeah. Let them know.
Yeah, let nightly.
Yeah, got the
Okay.
trouble.
As well as writing that, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna cast magical tinkering on the parchment,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna include a 6-second voice message.
It's making a
saying,
howler.
Huh?
Making a howler, from Harry Potter.
Yeah, essentially. Uh, so the 6-second voice message is gonna say, can it all this fit? Hjelte, Ariana, Finway dead. Camilla captured and charmed. That's gonna be the addition.
Okay. Yeah. So is that? Can you make it so that that's like an extra message that only triggers on a certain thing? Maybe not mechanic, but is that what he's going for? Like in case someone gets this message that.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, it's in magical tinkering with that. Yeah, with recorded message, it's like when someone like taps or touches the object.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying like maybe you set it up so only someone from Broadway could trigger that secondary part of the message.
Yeah,
because if the message gets shot down, then you can't intercept the additional information. I feel like that's a cool way to.
So its condition should be if anyone pertaining to the Brodevik clan taps it, they shall hear the message.
Okay. And how do you send it? Have you do you just get a random messenger raven, or got an animal that you maybe use?
Oh, that's a very good question, actually. Kara, you wouldn't happen to have a secure? What do you even call it? Like a secure raven? It's one that doesn't go to the bastion. That's for sure. Something that we
Most
can
of them will
use.
turn to the bastion unless. Actually, yeah, let me double check. One of them might. She might actually. She's. Yeah, she will. She'll say yes. We've got a couple of ravens that never let us down, but also the ravens will come back to us. I don't think anyone's suspicious of us yet.
All right, wonderful. Then, if you could roll up the message, if you could send that towards Brodevik.
As you release the raven, and it begins its journey. We officially begin intrigue with the Shadow Claws.
Yep.
Yippee!
And I was gonna say something. Damn, I forgot what to say. Oh, wait, okay, I remember now. So Mikael, when does the Horn of Valhalla recharge?
Still like, yeah.
Yeah, like it recharges like once per week. I wonder more how many days left. Like I
He
imagine
said
like 3 more.
tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
So tomorrow we'll have the horn as well, but I assume we want to start a bigger battle first.
Yeah. Makes me wonder, like, can can Mikhail use the horn and we'll have like a unit in battle?
They could set
Yeah,
up,
the
he could
horn
set
could
up.
be great, but also the horn is quite useful when you're actually in um because
in the
remember
battle.
there's going to be two separate, like there's the actual battle that your characters are having and then the big intrigue battle. So but yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
that could definitely make up a unit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, can it be a unit in like the intrigue battle if we're not bringing it with the our player battle?
I mean, I think it's more useful to have it like just in general. Like our biggest issue is the fact that we get like overwhelmed by numbers. So if we
True.
if we can fight numbers with numbers, I'd rather do that.
Yeah,
True.
it's definitely super helpful. It's probably more helpful in combat, but I do like the idea that if you need a unit of like Erhinyar warriors that you can just call them. But there are also other ways to achieve that without the Horn of Valhalla, um, just through normal intrigue and stronghold rules.
All right, intrigue. It's been a while since we've done this.
Yep.
So you and the Shadow Claws are about the same size, which means something. I'm good. Sorry, I started lighting a coal, so I've only got one hand.
Oh, no worries.
Push to talk and Foundry is difficult. Uh, so Shadowclaw and Brow.
Where was the intrigue things again in the journal? Ah, it's supposed to be here.
Yeah, we also need our civic stats.
That should be somewhere, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, yeah, this is something I'm going to have to look into again out of game. But I think for this one we might actually end up with multiple players in the intrigue as well, because the Leonin factions are involved here as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, this is like multi-front. That's neat.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can actually do that easily in the system. I feel like that is kind of the point, but they may just come in as allies of yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is how we're going to do it for now, but I will double check because maybe they'll get their own like turns to make operations.
Yeah. Because we already hear that the Shadow Claws are already having like operations against the Redeeming tribe, so maybe like make a check for that, see if they're successful.
I think maybe we should do it more that just they're kind of an extension of what you guys are able to use. Like you can ask them to like go on an operation as one of your intrigue actions, you know.
Right.
Okay.
So the thing that I used to read this book on, I think got copyright strike.
Oh, oof.
So I lost a bunch of it. It's all here and found. I have to find it.
Is it cheat sheet? No.
But the intrigue rule's not in this one. Yeah.
From what I remember, we usually look at the stats of our of Radovic and then of the intrigue Radovic, and I think it's explained there maybe.
That's the Kingdoms and Warfare was the book that I was looking for, which because yeah, those stat blocks don't work the way they used to, but I was looking at strongholds and followers by accident. That's all. Yes. Oh, that's why I'm confused because I haven't done a sheet like this for the tribe.
Oh yeah, strongholds.
So just because I'm extremely blind, where in Foundry is it?
Just double click on the Kingdoms and Warfare is not. It's not on there. That's what I was saying about
Ah,
taking
right,
down.
so
But
okay.
you can click, just double click on Bradovic's token on this map.
Okay.
It should show you the basics. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix some of these things by next session. But
Okay, I'm seeing. I went to like actors and went to like domains and clicked on Brodvik.
yeah, why don't you double click on the Bradovic on the map?
Oh, right now I don't see it's like domain stats, but I just see like I'm looking at a character sheet. I'm just seeing like the strength, dex, con, intelligence.
That's an old
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I obviously haven't replaced it, but yeah, otherwise then it's in the actors tab. We'll find it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got some. You need to read through these again because some of these things reset, but I don't. All of your stuff is at normal, so that's actually fine. But also your size, I believe, has gone up to 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned that our size increase thanks to our victory over the Hex.
Yeah, so yeah, that would have been tiny, small, medium. Yeah, that means the power die goes up to a D8, which you can remember you can use those when you are making a check to add your proficiency. But yeah, as intrigue begins, the first thing that they will be able to do is one of these like diplomacy, espionage, law operations versus their communications, resolve for resources. But yeah, what do you think Bradovik's going to do? Is they receive these messages, and there's probably like Lady Kira's probably there as well to help out. There's all the new dwarves and the Jarl and some of your home rivals. That they will be the ones commanding things on that side. Is
Yeah, and right now they are aware that we were planning to go to the Feldrucker court and Verdant means. So I can imagine some of them might be doing some diplomacy to check in and basically make some alliances, have some forces ready to fight the Shadow Claws.
yeah. That will be so. We'll go in the turn order. I'm just trying to remember now. Who goes first? I think it's the bigger. I think it's usually like the bigger one that goes first. So because they aren't really aware of who attacked them, and the attack didn't really work, so I don't think they immediately going to try and go to war with Bradovic. But you guys have sent out the message, so we're going to say that Bradovic will get to make the first move. And yeah, one of you gets to control who takes the first action here. So it'll either be Mikil as like part of the message that you sent. Maybe you can give some orders, or Trymere, because it sounds like Trymere wants to do diplomacy. But what's Mikil thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a domain action, it would probably be wise to send envoys to all the tribes bordering, since I'm pretty sure we talked to the Jarl and like, we made them aware of what we were doing. So I can imagine that's probably where they would go first. So yeah, so we get a domain action and a domain bonus action. Then, like, as the bonus action, I want to try popping the gravitate accelerated industry.
So you want to try to?
The gravitate accelerated industry, like once per intrigue as a domain bonus action, an officer can make a DC 13 operations test. On a success, the main resource level increases by 2.
Where are you reading that?
It's at the
On
features.
sheet.
Features on the right at the Bradovic domain sheet.
Okay. Oh, I'm not seeing that last option. Mine ended
Yeah,
up.
I kind of I expanded mine to as a new window, so that's how I'm seeing like everything.
Yeah, if you make the window wider, it'll also show up a bit. But yeah, you can definitely do that.
Alright.
So you can make that operations check, and you can add your proficiency bonus to that if you want.
Alright. Only usable once per intrigue. Let's see.
Yep. So you got a +3 to operations. I can add your proficiency bonus to that.
That would be it. God. What's our proficiency again? Isn't it +3?
Yeah, so 14. So
yeah, 14. So that barely passes. So we get a +2 on resource level.
I believe that means you go up to abundant.
Okay.
Yep, it shows that. Yeah.
Doesn't actually increase the number; it just increases the level.
All right.
I see.
I think I literally all of these rules have left my brain, and the book I always used to read them in, I've lost as well. So I will understand these all by next.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. The the like level resources instead of the number itself.
We'll have to remember what they actually mean, but I do think that's how it works because you spend points. Oh, that was the thing. I don't think you've spent the points yet for the level 3 because you're used to when you level up, you add points to your domain.
Ah,
Those
okay.
you can spend points on increasing your defenses or your
We
skills.
never did that.
We forgot to do that for the level.
Yep. Let's do that now then. So how many points do you get when you level up?
I'm trying to figure.
Tell me costs.
I think it's
2,000.
2,000. That's a lot.
Pretty sure it's 8.
Okay, like 8 overall.
That would make
Yeah,
sense.
but there's a table to how you actually progress it. So, which
Yeah, the development costs in the journal.
yeah, did we put? Oh, we made a separate journal entry for that. Yeah.
It says we
Okay,
spend 16 out of the 16 we have, and if we leveled up, then we got probably an extra 8. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you get an 8 per level. Let's adjust that. So add an extra 8 where it's formatted.
Yep. Like, is it like 8 applying to the defenses
Everything.
level? Oh, everything.
Maybe.
we can use it for everything. Like we would
Yeah,
have
so
to
you
choose how we spend it.
look at the development costs table. Can everyone?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
It's in the journal.
That
Yeah.
that table with the little asterisk, the asterisk is where asterisk is where you're currently at. You have 8 points to spend, and each point will move you 1 block forward. So, like to get your diplomacy up to 4 would cost you 3 points. To get
Yeah.
your espionage up to 2 would only cost you 1. Is
Oh, okay.
how that little table works.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
get
see.
it.
Got it. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay.
But to get the diplomacy to 4, we need 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
I
yeah.
think it may be wise for us to spend a little on espionage to get it like up to where the others are. That would also be 3 points.
If you want to get it to +3, yeah.
Yeah, I mean we could also just get it to a +2.
And increase our defenses.
That is true.
Throw 2 in communication and 2 in resources to get in the 14.
Yeah. That would be 5 points if we put 1 in espionage.
Can move the asterisk and stuff. So maybe you want to. I mean, you can discuss it first, but then tell me when you're actually spending a point, and I can move it.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
So I agree with Gorm. We should probably spend some points in communication resources.
Yep. Agreed.
So
you're putting 2 in each of those.
yes.
We can put the 2 in communication, 2 in resources, 1 in 1 and 3 in espionage, and then we have a floating point, and like it will progress us closer, but will not upgrade anything. If we're putting 3 in espionage.
Then we'd be up to for 23, and And then we'd have one, like, maybe we could put that
Yeah,
in,
we can
like,
put one in espionage to get to +2, and then increase any other one to the higher rank.
to a halfway point, yeah.
Oh wait, we'll have 5 either way now. We can upgrade, I don't know, the lore to +4. We have 3 points. Or the operations.
That's true.
Either way, at the moment we will have a floating point, unless we put only one in espionage and the other 3 in any of the other ones.
Then I would say let's put one in espionage and then I guess maybe operations. Put the
Cool.
rest in this. Then we'd have +2 espionage, +4 operations.
Yeah.
So just you're spending how many in espionage?
1 point in espionage to get it to +2. And then 3 points in operations to get it to +4. And that's all our points.
Okay. Nice. So then just the operations goes to +4. Oh. Oh shit, on the sheet it actually works this out for you. Gives you total development points spent on.
Very smart.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
sweet.
Defenses, communications went up by Mm. I think I'm getting confused here somewhere. Is there definitely 24 points spent? 3, 2, 3.
Do we start with 0 or -1?
0, I think. There's 1 point missing. No, it's because no. There's 1 point missing. I have 10 spent on defenses and 13 spent on skills. Oh no, sorry. You do start on different ones because of the kind of faction that you are. So because
Yeah.
you're a Viking band, you started with like a 1 for diplomacy, 0 in espionage, -1 to law, and 2 for operations.
Yeah, because if
Yeah.
if we didn't, the points don't add up. We have to way too many upgrades.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So you've spent 13 points on skill and 10 points on defenses, which means that missing a point.
Then let's, I guess, move that to resources, I guess. That would put us halfway point to 15.
Sure.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Wait, sorry. You said resources.
Yeah, 1 more point, so we can next time upgrade it.
To 15.
Sorry, I just misheard. Which one you said? Okay, now that is set up.
Yay.
Yeah, so you increase your operations and your espionage. So as this Raven flies back to Broudevik, what are some of those new operations? I mean, I imagine the mine has a big has got quite a lot to do with that, the new sort of dwarven community. But what are these upgrades that are going to be put into use immediately to face off against the Shadowclaw?
I'm going to say something about against the Shadow Claw, so I don't have anything to say.
Well, no, I mean just what's happening in Broudevik. Like maybe, I mean, Gorm might be receiving some of these letters and helping with the intrigue at this point, and I know the mine is definitely coming into play with the gravitite accelerated industry. So that's definitely affecting the operations and the resource level.
So we're
The mine
definitely
is hard at work. That's what they'll be doing heavily. But yeah, what do you think?
we're definitely building, like for sure. Noble agree with me. The first the Bardwick railway system,
Yep.
definitely.
Using the revolutionary caterpillar tracks that Gorm and I created.
I mean,
No engine.
you're mining gravitite. If you, it wouldn't surprise me if you end up with little anti-grav mine carts.
Yeah,
Honestly,
they make like small platforms so they can mine, but the platform just levitates to where they need to be.
yeah.
And let's not forget about R&D working on infusing weapons with gravitite.
I'm
Give
just
that edge
smacking a bunch on the ship, and now I have a flying ship.
real.
And that's like an upgrade for like level 5 or 6.
Yeah, I
I
think they are
skipped.
they're in the early versions of that, of like developing those kinds of upgrades. And I think it would make sense that maybe they do create some sort of a lift system to get into the mine of just very basic floating platforms, that it's basically platform on a big chunk of gravitite ore
With like a
that
freeway or something.
they've started to figure out some I mean, as you as it implies, gravitite accelerated industry, they are using this gravitite to craft all kinds of new interesting pieces of dwarven tech. It's still fantasy dwarven tech, don't get too sci-fi, but they do have a material that yeah, I mean the whole reason that's on this planet is because like imagine the basic technology you would create if those were the first materials you ran into.
There it is. Become a Grandmaster shipmaker, proficiency required +6, and then upgrade your dragon ship to make it fly. It's right there.
Yep.
One
And
step towards it.
oh yeah, and we have the the like the prince, that fairy prince that is also there. So who knows? Maybe he's contributing somehow.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, he could be useful if you were making like a diplomacy check to to try and get the tooth fairies on your side. But
Oh, yeah.
currently, yeah, he's just joined Broadwick. I don't think he's really been given much of a role yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So espionage, having some pixies on your side is always they can be very sneaky.
True.
Steal people's teeth.
Call
Be good
upon the
for that.
power of the mushroom people next to us, and let's put them everywhere on the map, and they communicate with each other, and we know everything.
Yeah, I mean, hey, sounds like a diplomacy to or espionage to increase your communications to me.
I think I just
Yeah.
found a next domain action.
Well, what is so we know the bonus action is just telling those dwarves that like, all right, there's a war kicking off. You got to get moving on all of that new tech, and they are now providing extra resources. But what was your main domain action?
Oh yeah, you haven't done that yet.
So that was diplomacy. Wanted to, well, send a message to the Leonin tribes. So I suppose the first one would be the Philadraca court that we've already been engaging with, sending like asking for
Yes,
the aid
so
and whatnot.
say you'll actually have advantage on that diplomacy check.
Right.
Because yeah, you guys went and pretty much did that diplomacy in person already. But
Yep,
now that
this,
you were still sort of scouting, so we'll.
yeah, this is just like telling them to get ready, have forces prepared.
Alright, let's see. Ooh,
Ooh,
22.
nice.
Oh, okay, yeah, at the 22. So yeah, you will definitely be able to in the final battle send or get a unit from them. They will definitely join you, but you will also receive your spies will receive letters back from the king, who will tell you that their warriors are nearby, like they have camps nearby, and that any survivors should flee to those camps that they can protect you there. So the Felidrica offer you guys shelter, but they are also they now know that Browdovik is readying their armies, and you'll be working together with them to prepare for the big battle.
Okay.
As those operations begin, I'll be, uh,
This is the scary part.
oh damn it! Oh, yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh dang it.
All
Oh
of
dang it. I thought. Oh wait. Was that for the
legitimately
Shadow Clan?
rolled on that one. No, it was just the initiative. I was trying to put you on the order, and
Oh
that
dang
was
it.
for Browdovik. Browdovik is the one that just rolled the nat one, so you
Dang it.
Yeah.
Thought
Yeah.
that was the Shadow Claws. Damn it.
no, no. Yeah, I will have to double check all the proper stats for the Shadow Claws, but uh, yeah, they are now as their bastion is on high alert.
Yeah. I wonder if they're doing like lore because Carmela's there. They're doing something.
Whatever it is, I'm scared.
No, actually, they will be. They are going to be making an operations
Right.
check, as they have already sent out. They've got multiple parties that have been sent out, and they are going to be making an operations check against King Longmane and
Oh,
the
the
Philip
Verdant. Oh.
as this will mean that there there is someone that isn't in town currently, which may explain the presence of there being fewer Shadowclaw Leonin. They are going to start a battle basically with Lord Fury and Wildclaw. So Baneclaw and Furion are fighting it out.
Oh, okay.
There's a skirmish going on out there, and we will roll for the shadow claws.
No.
It's giving me an error, but let's roll it.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, you get the messages that the Felidricar will be able to protect you, but Fiorin is being overwhelmed, and the battle is going to push him back to the city as the Leonin lose and the Shadow Ball gain its back. So essentially, they've undone the camp that you guys took down and that Furion had taken over. The Shadow Claws reclaim, and they now have the Felidricar court sort of under their heel.
Okay.
So yeah, they're pushing back their forces. I will get to mechanically what that is later on, but that's going to be over the next couple of days. So as the battle rages on between those two tribes, and your people prepare and start getting ready for war, your actual characters, they are now, I suppose, Mikil and Trimi are kind of holed up here.
Yep.
And yeah, Thelgrin's still in prison. Camilla
that's
is now working for the vampires, so is probably not going to be allowed to leave, but she has managed to start gathering up all the all the loot she could find in this place.
Ooh.
So
I
yeah,
wonder what
we would
Miguel's
need
doing
to.
with those rules.
What was that, sorry?
Oh, I was just saying, I'm wondering what you're doing with those good rules, the Smith tools.
I am using my downtime wisely to refine.
All right.
But I suppose our literally only like job right now is just to not fucking get caught.
Yeah. Plus, even though we didn't do much against the Shadowcats, we did take down their pet dragon.
That is true, but they're currently harboring more of them.
Yeah, but they're not grown. They're babies.
That is true. But I suppose if we could somehow let them out, then it would lead to something. That's for sure. Like I'm not sure how powerful baby dragons are, but either could prove a nice distraction or at the very least keep them occupied for a little bit.
Mm. I'm not sure to be honest, but I'll help the best I can somehow.
Yes, I suppose a couple of days have been spent just laying low, trying to bide our time. Things get moved.
Okay, so you're going to lay low for a few days. You're not immediately rushing to go and make a crazy rescue attempt like that. Yeah, time wise, the stuff that's going to happen in the intrigue, we're not going to skip to the end of that stuff. We're going to go back to you now in normal time, and that's what's happening in the background. So like you may still run into characters that are involved there, like Baneclaw might be there right now, but is what they are doing from today is leading that operation against the Filipica. So you've all those communications and things. There are spies working in the background, but for now, you guys are kind of hidden here, posing as like new recruits. You haven't drawn too much suspicion yet, but it's a dangerous place to be, and your friends are still missing.
Yeah, true.
So we'll start with just the first night here, as it's you've sent off these ravens. You've now, yeah, Carmela is currently. You're looking around the dungeon, and you will be commanded to help with the transformation. You don't know what that is yet, but that'll be happening during the nighttime. Thelgren is in a cell, can hear that there are some other people around, but Miguel and Trimy are at the tavern. And yeah, what would anyone like to do?
Damn. Gosh.
So I think Mikkel's gonna try and bolster our means of attack, and what that entails is he's gonna try and code both Trymere. Actually, Trymere, use staff, right? You don't use a melee weapon, do you?
Uh, I still have daggers, but I can still use them. But I'm
Do
not
you
very good
use
at
them? Like, do you use them? Is my question.
it. The daggers.
Yeah, the daggers.
Yeah, I still got charges left in my staff too. So there's that.
Okay, well, I'm just wondering if you use the daggers because then I can coat them with silver
Oh yeah,
as a action,
yeah.
as a
Try.
blacksmithing action, and then like that would at least help us a little bit.
Okay.
If Kara hears you saying that, she's like, "You can silver weapons?" Yeah,
I'm a blacksmith. Of course I can. It's part of the job description.
be careful with that. Silver weapons are outlawed at Bradford, but they could be very useful.
Oh. Okay.
Well, hearing that they're outlawed, Mikkel's not gonna do it on his main weapon, but instead he's gonna do it on his CX, his little backup.
Yeah, if your weapon is sheathed, it would be easily hidden. It's like it's not that obvious if a sword is silver, especially after it's seen some use. But also, I will say the tavern that you are in here is, as she said, pretty lawless. So you can probably get away with a lot while you're here in the tavern. In terms of like, you'll be able to find a private spot to be able to do some of these things.
Okay.
Yeah, and this requires like a full-on forge, but um,
As far as I know, I just it's like a minor modification.
yeah, I'm sure with your artificer tools and magic and stuff, you can definitely do it here on the fly. I was just saying that like you probably won't get caught here with a silver weapon, but if you draw one in like in front of the guards, that's the only time they would notice it really. Like it's quite an easy thing to hide. But they're definitely not being assigned silver weaponry because
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Then. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna silver my CX along with Trymia's
Dagger.
yeah, dagger. So that'll
Hmm.
be DC 14, and that should take 4 hours in total. So I'm obviously not gonna do that like, immediately, like both of them. I'll start with his dagger. Uh,
Oh crap!
Okay.
Nat 20. What does that mean?
Well, nothing. It just means your weapon didn't get fucked up.
Okay.
I'll
So-
say that you get to silver an extra piece of ammunition on the net when because Eric will kind of hand you an arrow and go, do you think I always thought a silver arrow would be a wonderful thing to pierce a vampire's heart. Silver first and then wooden stake after.
Oh, definitely. I've got some silver left over. Yeah. Let me fix that for you.
So yeah, the nat 20 gives you enough just to coat one more arrowhead,
Alright,
but
wonderful.
you will get a silvered arrow.
Yes, and then you should, Trevor, you should go in and edit your dagger to be silvered.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah, can you actually add an alpha?
Add a what, sorry?
I was going to say a silvered arrow, but I will find.
Yep, yeah. I can just change one of my arrows into a silvered one. I don't think that should be too hard. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Okay. Yep. Oh, I see the weapon property silvered. All right. Got it.
Yep. So that would be me for the first night. I'm not sure if you want to do anything, Trevor. Then that'll be up to you.
Like he doesn't really have spells to do much, to be honest.
Well, if you could prepare something. I don't know. I don't know if you. There's a couple of things one could do.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's all right. We'll go as you guys are spending the evening in the tavern. We'll come back to you in a bit, Trymere, if there is something you want to do. But while Mikil is busy doing some crafting, back in the dungeons, Thalgren, you cast Speak with Animals, but I don't think you actually spoke with anything.
I didn't get the chance because you moved
It's
the
fine.
time.
You would have, but I mean, time at this point, we're
Yeah.
going back and forth. So, what has Thalgren been doing while he was in the cell?
Going to try to open my cell and start opening the others. But it didn't work quietly, so I'll try to do it loudly and hope no one hears.
Okay, so you're not trying to talk to someone.
Not yet. I want to.
You can make a perception check. I just realized I should have made these doors were pre-made, so I didn't make them see. You should be able to see through them.
You want me to open it instead? Yeah, I'll make a roll.
Yeah.
Oh no. A nice 10.
Okay, yeah. So you can see whatever you can see on the map.
It's not a wolf, not the one I expected. I'll whisper to him, "Hey." Psst.
Just fixing the door. Yeah, you see he's kind of hunched over, just sitting against the wall. He lifts his head up towards you. And you see kind of gives a confused look. He looks ill, like there's something wrong with him, but Yeah, definitely sort of humanoid wolf-like figure. You've faced werewolves before, but this one looks like it's had something done to it, like it's been experimented on or something.
What did they do to you? Is it the ritual?
Turned me into this thing, and then they tried to see how much lightning I could hold. Said I was a failure.
What do you mean?
Don't let them take you. Trust me. And he just, you can see as he says that there's a little like spark along his neck, and you can see there's a scar that is illuminated by some like electric lightning magic. And yeah, you notice that the scarring on his fur. It looks like he's been struck by lightning.
What do you mean store lightning? There is lightning inside of you right now.
Yeah, some of them. I don't know when it works. It makes them more powerful, but it doesn't. They'll just use us as fodder for the blood drinkers. You should get out of here, friend. The full moons are approaching. There'll be nothing you can do to stop them.
What do you say about my friend?
The full moons. Their power will be increased in the next few nights. They're planning something big. I don't know what, but I was just a trial run. I'm guessing you might be the main event.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'll approach the bars and like grab them. So you're going to just sit here until I kill you?
Already as good as dead. But I might be able to help you. They have an artifact. There's something in this dungeon that lets them travel between the different camps. And I don't know how it works, but it's just down one of those corridors. I saw it when they took me to be transformed. That's where the vampires come from. And he kind of points to the corridor, yeah, and like the way that you came in. It says these cells are where they put the ones that are either being experimented on or waiting to be transformed. When they come to get you, you're either going to the transformation chamber or I don't know where they take the other ones. He kind of looks down the other way of the corridor. He says, but they never come back.
I don't know about you, but maybe I just didn't have all of my spirit knocked out of me just yet. But perhaps going down fighting is better than sitting here rotting. You said that the experiment failed. You cannot channel lightning, but maybe you just need a specific moment to do so. Hell, there is a storm outside. Maybe it will work.
Yeah, you see, he looks kind of fearful at that, but you can give me a persuasion check persuade this guy to maybe fight back.
Yeah, I'll say I'm breaking this door and break yours. What you do afterwards is on you. Make my roll. Not a good roll. A 7.
Yeah, when you mentioned the storm cloud outside, he kind of backs away from the bars. He goes, no, no, I tried. I can't control it. No more lightning, please. Kind of disappears into the shadows, just backing into the corner of his cell.
I shall chug my healing potion.
You'll hear another voice. Hey, is that lion, man? Thalgren, is that you? And they both the Bearfang twins are like shouting, making a hell of a noise.
Yeah, quiet down, it's me. We don't have long. We either die or get a fate worse than death.
Where's the prince? So he can get us out of here for sure.
I don't know, we were separated. Things were not looking good when we separated. I'm not sure what happened to the rest of the party, but the elven woman is probably no longer on our side, so keep that in mind.
Speaking of which, we cut over to Carmilla standing amongst all of this gold and jewelry and all kinds of magic artifacts, as Vespera is saying, "Come, child, it is time that we begin the transformation rituals. All of this wealth belongs to you now. You are back home at long last." She sort of gestures to the door like she wants you to join her in going to begin the transformation ritual.
Apparently on combat movement.
That happen? You're not saying anything to
I'm just like, well, what ritual?
yeah, she will follow you and say, take a left up there. Leads you into this, what you realize is a library. There are just shelves and shelves of books all over the place, and you can see a lot of them are like magic scrolls, magical parchment, and just all kinds of ancient lore that has probably been collected by these vampires for a long, long time. And she will approach one of the shelves and uh, take a scroll off of it as she says, "Yes, this is the one. This should work nicely for those elves, but for the Leonin." And she plucks another one or two scrolls off of the shelves, and then will hand them to you, Commoner. And you can see that there are they are spell scrolls, but it is like ancient dark blood magic. These scrolls are, it's essentially like a true polymorph, but I can't remember what the actual, there probably is an official D&D spell that does this, but it essentially gives you the dark gift second skin, and to imbue that into someone.
Ooh.
Dark Gifts official?
Yes, it's from Strahd.
Yeah, from Benedict's Guide to Ravenloft, but it's, yeah, second skin is that's yeah, but it's essentially a scroll to turn people into either vampires or werewolves, depending on the process that you follow. Like, you would need an actual vampire to turn someone into a vampire, and they would need to drink the blood of the vampire. But with a werewolf, it's basically, if you don't have those ingredients, you can still turn them into a werewolf. Or a were creature. But when she hands you the scroll, she'll say, "Feel free to browse these books, but we must go and find some of the prisoners and begin the transformations as soon as possible. With your blood, this will go so much smoother, I'm sure." And I will let you pick our first victim to see what you can do, Godspawn.
Oh, well. I will have some time here.
Very well. I will go and begin with one of the lessons. Once you have familiarized yourself, come and find me, and we shall begin. She will sort of drift down the passageway again. Okay, so Camilla, what are you doing there? Investigating more of these bookshelves?
Exactly. I want to see what interesting stuff there is.
Okay, you looking for anything specific?
Not really.
And then you can just give a straight investigation.
I do gods, man.
Yeah, with a 12, you can tell that a lot of this is just um, yeah, it's like old lore and a collection of very random sort of assorted things that these vampires must have thought was interesting at some point. But one of the things you do find, at 12, it's not going to be great. yeah, with a 12 you find some seeing sticks. Uh, that's not the thing, never mind. That's a type of food. Probably could find that here somewhere, but not in the library. Yeah. You find a book that is written in a language you don't understand, but it looks very fancy.
Man
A
book.
collector challenge. You find something useless.
I can try find
Oh, was
try
that
me.
putting it into the box that you got with the rest of the item from the hoard, because it is an art object that is part of that hoard. Yeah, you found a couple of useless things. I don't know if everyone else has had a look through what she found, or if she shared that with anyone, but obviously you haven't in character. Yeah, taking a look here, you can tell that with a 12, nothing is all that interesting to you. The the blood ritual seems to be like fairly self-explanatory, but other than they're calling you a god spawn, and wanting to use your blood for this, you don't know much more. This library isn't helping.
Oh well, there was another library somewhere. This clearly not it.
That is the room with the rest of the loot in it, though.
Oh,
You see, uh, they some of the things have been like someone has been sorting stuff into crates and barrels and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's where you find the rest of those items. That's mostly the the rest of the 24,000 gold that you found on. But actually, if you want to give me another investigation in here, see if you find anything extra, you can. But that's essentially, without a check, you've found the rest of the Nightfall Bastion.
yeah.
Uh,
Didn't find anything
Only
new.
12.
a lot of 8s. These investigations.
Try me and Mikkel, you can both roll a d10.
Alright.
Okay. D10
Let's see that. That's a 6. And a 10.
and a 10. I hope high is good.
Yeah, okay, so Camilla, you find some more art that it's kind of similar to the painting that you found in the Dragon's Hoard. But this one shows a portrait of what looks like an orcish goddess, which you've never seen orcs before. So it is a very, yeah, interesting looking image, and a tapestry that shows um, the life of a cleric. A piece of it has been ripped out. A lot of these images, it's like it looks like it was made by a similar artist to the one that you saw the painting of Guck, except for the mechanical clock you found, which that you may want to look through what's actually in there. Yeah, I don't know how Camilla's responding to any of it.
Autumns are
Camilla's
cool.
Camilla's looking through that stuff, Thalgren, you will hear the footsteps coming down the passageway again as Vespera comes to find a subject, and she walks past your cell and glances inside, and then we're going to roll a d6, please, Thalgren.
Oh,
You be a 1, and then
four.
before she goes to Frolda's cell, and she says, "Let's see how much of a bear you are." Opens the door, and you hear him yelling as she is going to use a feature, and he begins screaming as he becomes charmed and frightened.
Can I use the noise to try to break, like again, detach the hinges so it still
Yeah.
looks closed?
Yeah.
I can't. The chances of me rolling lower than a 2, very low.
You can hear Bogram is also shouting and screaming.
16.
A lot of 8s.
Yeah, a lot of 8s.
Yeah, but the 16, you just managed to break the hinges. You don't like rip it right off the wall, but you have completely pulled it loose as they come past your cell, and she starts dragging Frolda up there.
Wait, is it wait, who is it again? Like one of the twins or
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I will whisper to the werewolf on the left. You said the teleportation thing is up there, not the ritual.
if you head left, there'll be a corridor, and then you have to head left again. I think that's where the teleportation is. If you go right, that's where they'll take you if they're making you into a vampire. Do you see which way they went?
That's a sort of ritual area when they drag me. That's where it is.
That's probably the transformation chamber. That they'll either give you vampire blood and then take you there, or just take you there for a sacrifice, bring you back as. And he just kind of looks down at his own hand.
Yeah, I'll grab the gate and put it to the side and walk out. I think you placed the walls properly, but now the door is a wall. I cannot open it.
Just
I know, I
locked it.
clicked. Okay, there we go. Now it works. Walk up to his cell and say, and just to grab his one and try to break it as well, the same way.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I'll just break it enough so you can move it and say, the choice is yours. And move towards the downwards to the twin. Oh,
Yeah, you see he's kind of on his knees. He's just finished screaming after his brother. He's, "Oh, Stubborn, you here? Yes, please." he will help you. He'll give you the help action on an athletics check to rip this one off.
Oh, advantage. Oops. Probably still succeed. Yeah.
Still, roll see if you get
Why
a
not?
better roll, just in case.
I got a better roll.
Yes. Oh, thank you, friend. Come on, we have to save him. The werewolf is sort of standing in the corridor and blocks the corridor for a second as you see he is conflicted as to whether he should try to actually stop you or whether he can try and escape with you. So need another persuasion check, mainly from what you said before, but just as you look at him
Persuasion.
now, I'm not entirely sure if he's going to attack or if he's going to join you.
I'll just say, out of all the choices you have right now, don't make the wrong one, and I will roll. And again, it's horrible. Case is even worse.
Like, does that
I'm
mean
not,
he'll go?
I'm not sure if it's good or not, but we'll see.
No, well, that kind of depends on how I'm using it, and that was to figure out the DC for you. So he goes, all right, this better not get us killed. Come on.
Stand it yourself, you're dead anyway.
Fair enough. He will lead. Trying too much stuff. He goes, come on. We can get out this way. And then he goes that way, but you can now hear the screaming of the other Bear Fang twin coming from the opposite direction. As the brother.
I'll look at the werewolf and say, get to the room and destroy as much as you can before leaving. I have unfinished business.
If you go that way, you'll die. But thanks for your help. He rushes down.
I assume neither we are, like, all of us have no weapons. Me and him, and the wizard and Bogrim.
Yeah, your weapon was taken by the storm crow, but as you are approaching, you can see that storm crow is sitting guard just at the end of this corridor. As Bogrim sort of rushes out, I'm pretty sure he's going to try and just attack him first. So he
Yeah,
rushes in.
oh. I'll try to like grapple and hold him, like keep his like beak shut so we can maybe punch him quietly.
Yeah, Bogrim actually has the ambusher feature, so he can surprise them.
Okay.
And deal an extra bit of damage there. So yeah, between the two of you, I'll say you can probably restrain him quietly, but you can also make an attack.
I'll thankfully have claws.
I'm not going to go into full initiative right now.
I need to do it manually, but I believe there are 1d6 the claws. Is he surprised? The
Yes.
claw. Yeah. Oh my god, there's a minute. I didn't target him. Oops.
I think 17 just hits. Oh, wait, does it hit or
We
miss?
spoke at the same time. So what was the
It's
name?
a hit. It's a hit.
Hit.
Oh,
I'll cancel this one. 1d6 plus 5. I clicked roll. Not sure it rolled. Okay, that worked. 11. You didn't target him, but 11 still. Came back. Not as good as I expected.
Yeah, I will say this guy, I didn't use the same tokens from before, but he was one of the ones that dragged you down here, so he's at least at half hit points already.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what maybe Bokrum bashes his skull in. Okay, maybe not.
No, well, that was before Bogram. So
Yeah, I know.
I'll say, you know what, because my foundry just had a problem as I tried to affect his HP. You can roll for Bogram. You can just make 3 melee attacks as Pelgrim.
Okay.
This is kind of the combo,
The wombo combo. So that's 1.
and you can add it 1d8 to each of these from the ambusher. I forgot about.
The damage.
Yeah, should have been on the first one as well. An extra d8 damage.
Yeah, I'll manually do it. That's his first attack. Okay, I did target the crow this time, so it might be just lagging a bit. Oh, there we go, 14. Not sure if it applied it, but probably. The other ones. That's much better. Okay, I think Foundry crashed. Or just lagging.
Crash. I just logged back in, so it may just
Oh,
take us.
give it a sec, because I got that 20. It's better give me my nat 20.
And then
So the 14 might not have applied as well. Yeah, it would have said if it applied, maybe. I don't know. I'll just give it a sec.
I'm not seeing the rolls for the damage and or the nat 20. I'm seeing the 23 to hit on the unarmed strike and the 17 to hit on the unarmed.
Okay, that's very odd then. I'll attack again then. Maybe it works this time.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, if you got the nat 20, I believe you. You can.
Oh,
you
it's fine.
can
I
roll
think
down.
it's might be just lagging on my end. I'll give it a quick refresh. Maybe we can finish him up before the session ends.
Yeah, probably.
Did we have my weapons by any chance? Because he was the guy
Yes.
that dragged me here.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the guy with your weapons. So you probably can deal with him here as the both of you jump.
Yeah, I'm just loading back real quick.
Those all hits though on all of those attacks.
That's good. I rolled damage for the 17 was my first attack. It was 11, I think. Not sure if I think it applied it. It definitely applied it because it said that he's barely injured after that. The second one it might not have applied the 14 damage. I rolled 23 with 14 damage. That might not have applied. Okay, I'm back in. Let's see if it works. That's a weird message.
I see rolls, yeah.
Yeah, but it looks it wasn't like an attack. That's what I'm saying.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, you said you got a net, or was that just frozen?
No, it was a net for any. So so it will apply properly. Okay, there we go. I'll just make this one a crit.
Okay, cool.
One critical hit
Sheesh.
and less attack for him. 18. That's a normal one. It's a nice damage. There we go.
Oh,
That is enough. Yeah. So what does it look like as the two of you just sneak up and take this guy down without before he's even able to react?
I just clawed him just rapidly, and Bogum just kicks him and just bashes towards into the wall. He just collapses.
Yeah, just looks like a pigeon that flew at full speed into a window and has crumpled into the corner there as Bogram picks up his own weapons and uh, hands yours back to you. Come
I
on.
will heal up
Like
real
you
quick with my. Oh, sorry.
said.
I'll quickly use the regeneration to heal up my almost all remaining points. It's a lot of health, 39. I think it puts me on full. And I just nodded at him. I'll grab his brother's weapons just in case, unless he grabbed them.
Yeah.
And charge in with
So
him.
it's like a spiked chain and a shield. But uh, yeah, you go rushing in, and
Yeah.
as you break that barrier, that's where you can roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. You got a couple
You
minutes left.
see, floating in the middle of the table, his eyes are kind of rolled back in his head, and Vespera is chanting as she's casting some kind of a spell on him.
Maybe she does not notice then. It's like decent roll at best.
Yep. And right now, I don't see the the map with what Dahlgren's saying. To be honest.
Oh, you don't see?
Oh, is
Yeah.
Thogren's vision not shared? Have you not been able to see from his perspective the whole?
Yeah. Along
Say
with
something.
So, sorry.
Yeah, if you've been staring at a black screen for a little bit, like, tell me.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
I only see Carmella's vision, but not Dahlgren's. Sorry.
no, that's cool. Let me fix that. Oh, actually, and now?
Oh, yep. There we go.
Okay, cool. Now, Carmilla, you are also close enough that I would like you to roll initiative. If you're making your way down that tunnel, you'll probably be involved. And then Rolder will also be up there. And I'm gonna give I know that we are like at the end of the session. We're probably not gonna do this long. But we've got 10 minutes left. So I'm gonna give control of Rolder and Bogram to Mikil and Trimere
Okay.
for once to control.
Alright.
But yeah, who wants to control which? One of them's got us. Well, one of them's being turned into a werewolf. One of them's.
Yeah, I'll get the werewolf. One.
Okay, Trymire's taking the werewolf.
Alright.
you guys should be able to control them now. But as we begin, Carmela, you feel this like a ping sort of coming from the other vampire that there is danger, and she's calling you to defend her. That message is probably going out to other vampires as well, but you were the first to hear it.
Okay, let's see. Who the heck is that?
It's the guy getting turned into a werewolf.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a threat right now, but you see there are two. You see Thalgren and Bogrim that have just run in brandishing their axes.
Oh well. Let's see if we can hit Bogrim.
That's pretty fucking rude.
Oh, just miss.
Man, like.
Very rude.
Good thing I didn't wear the lucky pauldron. In case anyone wonders what that is.
But you got an 18.
Yeah.
Oh, I do imagine Bogrim was already raging, I'm pretty sure, but actually, I suppose not. He'd rage once he gets in there and sees what's happening. So yeah, walks through this veil of darkness and immediately is met with an arrow from Kamala just rushing out of the shadow.
That's pretty much all I can do.
Months at a time.
Okay, whoops. Elgrin.
Surprisingly, I'm not out of rage just yet.
Yep, I think you only use it twice today.
Use it twice. Now it's a third. Well, it worked last time. I'll smack Carmilla. Smack some sense into Carmilla.
Oh, reckless.
Always.
Oh, is that enough?
Yes. Second attack.
Oh crap! I think you're just gonna knock Carmel out. To be honest.
That's on Carmilla.
Honestly, that works.
Okay, just open up the damage thing. There we go. Plus 10. Whoosh.
That'll do
Oh yeah,
it.
knock her out.
Oh.
Okay, Carmela, as you are knocked unconscious, you can also give me another wisdom save with advantage.
That's what friends are for.
Okay, yeah, as you are knocked unconscious, it's like you are the influence is disconnected, essentially. So she can't immediately control you in this moment, as Thalgren has literally knocked some sense into you.
And I still have movement. So one more attack against Vesper.
Yep. Come on, another net.
Did you already make an attack against it?
Against Vesper, no. I attacked Carmilla twice, I missed once.
You just said
Yeah.
another attack. I was like, I thought I missed that.
No.
I
It's my third attack against the Whisper.
Cool.
yeah, 20 rages in the beginning.
What? Yeah, it's a
Oh.
class feature. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I put the -5, okay, I missed either way. I did put it. But that's me. I'm doing my part.
Okay.
Yeah, she
what-
will. She kind of catches the axe as you swing it at her and catches it like it's nothing. You see, she has got insane power, but that is enough to distract her and give Frolder a chance to make a con saving throw.
Okay. Can't saving throw. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Ah, shit. No.
So, Frolder, this is not the first time you've been subject to one of these kinds of blood rituals since you've been here, and every time you get a little bit closer, but yeah, you are going to gain an aspect of either a bear or a wolf. Uh, one of your limbs transforms.
Okay.
So, bare arms.
Yeah, very honest.
It's alright. Not here, but it's
Right.
alright.
Yeah, she gets distracted, and the ritual kind of stops for a second as you regain consciousness, but you've gone halfway through it, and you realize that um your arms have turned into bear arms.
Okay.
So your unarmed strike will do the same as your battle axe at this point.
Okay. So I still have action, bonus action.
Yeah, you've got a turn now. You've been taken up.
Okay. All right. He's going to, as an action, enters rage. Rage.
Yeah. Everyone rage.
Yep. And can maneuver behind and attack this little shit. Oh, multi-attack, battle axe. There you go.
It might not roll properly. I was having that issue with these stat blocks before.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it
Ah,
does.
damn. So first attack, damn, that's terrible. 9. Second attack, oh, I can make 3 attacks. Nice. Oh, yeah, it hits. Oh, damn. He's good. Yeah, only 1 hits. And that is his turn.
Okay, nice. But his brother coming in. Welcome.
One.
He's gonna.
Another rage.
What did
Which
you do
is
to my brother? Ah.
was she pushed on me, like on top of me, or did I move myself accidentally?
I think you moved yourself.
Let's get that advantage.
You know, I can do this.
Oof.
Yeah, there we go. Get her.
Not doing a whole lot of damage, but that's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you all come in raging and swinging, and she is moving with a sort of elegance and grace that is completely counter to all of that rage, as you see her uh, pull from her cloak uh, a mace that it looks like it is made of shadow, as she is going to then stare down at one of you. Mm, yeah, she's going to look down at Hrolder and say, "I'm not done with you yet," and is going to use Bewitching Gaze on.
We'll see.
Yeah, there we go. Should
Okay.
prompt you there. Wisdom save.
Ah, damn it.
Oh no. And the charm effect. Yeah, so he is going to be charm.
I know.
Yeah, so she like takes the ritual back, so his speed is reduced to 0 and he's technically incapacitated. It can repeat the saving throw if it does anything harmful, but she just puts you back under and your eyes roll back in your head, and then she turns to attack the intruders with her Nightbringer. Yeah, she goes with Scourge and then Nightbringer.
Telling us all of that, but we have no idea what it means.
I know, neither do I. Fair enough. Oh, misses you both, so it doesn't matter. But you see, she's got, she has a mace, and yeah, you can tell that this is like Sauron's mace, and
Yeah.
if this thing cuts you, it's probably going to leave a nasty mark. But she misses you both, and that is her multi-attack. So then with her bonus action, she is also going to summon a spiritual weapon.
Oh my god. Casting spells like that, it's basically cheating.
Tell me about it. Okay,
Wait,
I'll give her an actual proper weapon here. Oh, misses again. Okay, so yeah, she is fighting hard, but then she moves to the other side here. She goes whoop, but she's got the other one charmed. So
Yep.
yep. What is the time here? Are we? Yeah, it is at this point as she kind of disappears and like reappears behind the two of you, just moving way faster. You realize that uh, you may be able to hold your own here, but Carmilla's been knocked out, and she realizes that she's maybe in a bad spot with these. Where we are actually going to end things tonight. She is going to use her Misty Escape at the start of the round. Wait, can she do that?
if it's a legendary action, yes. Because it will be Carmilla's turn and it's like before or after, I think. Not sure if it's before or after.
They use
Sorry,
them
Carmilla
during
maybe.
This
during
wasn't
another
sure.
creature's turn.
Oh no, legendary is always during. It's either before or after. But not her own turn.
I mean, look, she could do this as like a lair action as well,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you will end her thing. But I was just trying to see if that was something she can do willingly, because that's the thing that
When she
when
dies.
she drops to 0 points, yeah. So actually, no, she won't do that because
She
she
can't.
doesn't need to, so she can stand and fight. So she is going to just kind of like rise up over the two of you, and just say, it's been a while since I've had so much fun in my own home. Going to look forward to making pets out of the both of you. And as she raises her mace and you guys lift your axes in this rage, we will end tonight's session.
Ooh,
But
okay.
not too far away, Trymere and Mikil are plotting and gathering their allies so that the forces of Bradwick might come and save our friends here.
I'm not sure if they are coming in time, but
Yeah.
No, but next week we will see what the vampires have also been up to. As I'm not sure what happened to. Yeah, we haven't seen what happened to all the faces. Maybe someone's had lunch. Yeah, thank you for the game, guys. Sorry it was disorganized one tonight.
That's okay. It wasn't too disorganized. The rules